Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the We Know Traitors podcast over here on RHAP. I'm your host, the Duke of Deception, Pooya Vakili, here with you today to talk about another player on the road to the Traitors US Season 4, premiering January 8th. Very excited here as the days get closer and we get one step further to getting to that season. But before we do, we got to break it all down. And I'm here to break down somebody who I am not familiar with, but I feel like I've heard a lot about, just by proxy of association with some other big franchises in the world, global status being reached, and a lot of anticipation for this player. But in order to get there, we must talk about her. And in order to do so, we're going to talk to the chief international survivor correspondent over here on RHAP. It's the one and only, the grenade, Shannon Guss. Shannon, how you doing?
Oh, wow. Didn't expect to be introduced as such. I'm good. I'm here to talk about Donna Kelce. It's tough because I'm Australian. You know, I don't watch the NFL. I went to an NFL game. It was not the Chiefs or the Eagles. And I watched the Super Bowls that Travis Kelce was in, since he has been dating Taylor Swift.
Okay.
And I'm the Donna Kelce expert, and it's going to be great. I feel like this was good. I earned this title.
Yeah, well, the thing is, when it comes to the Traitors, we get people cast for their appearance on other shows or their strategic acumen from a show. We get people who are just downright shady and just good TV, good diary room, good confessional. They get brought on to do the show. Then we'll have like a royal or two that gets thrown in there because they've got like this title. And then we come to Donna, who is here because of this cross section that she carves as the mother to Travis and Jason Kelce, two football players. Well, one retired now, other one still playing, but two football players who have been very much prevalent in the NFL. And Travis is dating one Taylor Swift.
Well, engaged to, actually. So, yeah.
Engaged to now. Yep. Yeah. So thank you. That's why you're here. That's why you're the expert.
I know that they're engaged. Yes.
Well, this connection also doesn't hurt them, where you've got Taylor Swift, who, you know, depending on who you ask, is the number one artist in the world, one of the top 5, if at the very least, just comes off this big world tour.
Yeah.
And like, I think that combined with the football, combined with the fact that Peacock will be hosted, like the Super Bowl will be on Peacock this year, I just can't help but imagine this felt like a slam dunk for them. And honestly, I am not mad at this pick. I think this is a very exciting pick that they've put together here.
It was a very, very good pick because Swifties are crazy, as we know, and they will follow Taylor anywhere and anything associated with Taylor. They will get fans of Taylor Swift just from this, I think, from this casting decision. I don't know how she'll be entertainment-wise, but I think in terms of like drawing viewers in, like they could have. And also the thing about Donna Kelce is like she's become like not a meme, but like a figure in her own right. She's on like Christmas Hallmark movies and I think even before they were dating and now engaged, she was kind of known because they had the Super Bowl where they played each other, Jason and Travis, and she was like wearing both jerseys, and so she kind of like, as they started becoming not popular, I'm sure they've always been, but like super recognizable from like a pop cultural standpoint. They launched the podcast, I think 2022, and it was already really big before Taylor's Impact, the New Heights podcast, and subsequently is like massive. You know, they've had like huge guests. The Taylor episode is like unprecedented in terms of like how many people were watching that. So I think that, you know, Traitors production would know that people will follow kind of Taylor Swift and Taylor Swift adjacent things anywhere. And also Donna Kelce in her own right, through Travis and through Taylor, and through Travis and Jason and Taylor, is like something of a figure. So it'd make like they could have had like Taylor's like somewhat unknown brother, Austin Swift, and that would be amazing, like Taylor Swift's brother. But this is like also someone who has like face and name recognition outside of that as well, I think.
I think that the fact that this isn't her first time on screen. I think that's one. This isn't her first time being in a situation where you're going to be interviewed. There's going to be eyes on you. This has happened already. She's very comfortable in the limelight there. I think for me, the biggest thing that is a huge plus here is learning that Donna is a fan of the show. I think that is number one reason why I'm happy to see Donna. But then I want to look at it one step further and look at the demographic that Donna represents in this casting. She is, I believe, at the time of playing 72. So I think she ends up being our oldest cast member here. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like on the Traitors, that age has never mattered less because of the simple fact that the game isn't measured on like physical capability. It's not like, oh, this isn't Survivor where you gotta like keep the tribe strong. You got none of that. Donna is there, and Donna is on equal playing field with anybody else that's there. So having the knowledge is good. I also feel like we have gotten a lot of good content out of this specific demographic on other franchises, which gets me pumped. And Shannon, I've been saying this on a lot of these previews. My personal prediction is that Donna Kelce is a traitor.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought so. Do you think just because of the Taylor Swift element?
I don't. So the thing is, in some of the speculation I've done in the map I've built in my head, we're moving away from the CBS lot because it's too easy to meta them down, and I feel like they want to step away from it. And this is a world I'm building. So in that world, the Housewives got decimated last season. You don't want to repeat of that. So there's a housewife in the turret. There is Donna Kelce in the turret. And again, it goes back to the Taylor Swift side of things, the Super Bowl side of things, but also you don't want Donna Kelce to be murdered into the night. That is like the most boring way to go. And for Donna being older, I could genuinely see her just getting murdered into the night, very like third night for no reason. You don't want that. And then my third one I'm considering is Johnny Weir, because of the fact that Johnny Weir and Tara Lipinski are best friends and also are here on the heels of the Winter Olympics, and they do Olympic coverage for Peacock. So I feel like there's synergy there also. So the connection of like, ooh, these two friends, one of them's a traitor, one isn't, and the Winter Olympics, I could see that synergy wanting to be there. So my final three right now is Johnny, Donna, and the third is very open.
That's very interesting. I wasn't thinking that, but I mean, there would be some good stuff there. Like as you said, there like this archetype has been really fun in some of the Traitors franchises. Yeah, I was reading that she is a fan, that she'd watched all of the franchises, including New Zealand and Australia. It's so fun to think of her like watching Annabelle. The degrees of separation from Taylor Swift make me genuinely sick to my stomach. Like it's too close to home, in an incredible way. Like we're on the precipice of something.
Right.
Let alone who she's there with, which we'll obviously talk about, who is obviously very relevant to us. I did some research. I'm like, she's got good skills for this. Like, firstly, she has a degree in radio and TV. So she did that. She's smart. She has an MBA. She ran track and field quite well as, a young adult, a teenager. I know it's been decades since, but I was like, and also like, does that stuff really matter? Like, no. But I thought, okay, here are some good resume points for why they might want to pick her. Like she's a big name and she'll have an entire fan base just riding on her. Like someone like Dylan Efron, like that was fun. Like that was huge name recognition, but like are there a lot of like Zac Efron fans like specifically tuning in? I don't think so. But the Swifties will definitely care about this and they'll probably talk about it on New Heights and stuff, right? So that's going to be like pretty massive from a just like eyes on it perspective.
Well, I think that's the thing for me is that Dylan was kind of a introductory test into the waters of the relative of a bigger celebrity, quote unquote, and not only stood his own, but then ends up leaving a huge mark on the game, on the season, ends up being one of our winners of the season, arguably the most contributing winner of the four. Between him and Gabby, you could, maybe toss a flip a coin. But I think that was proof of, hey, there's good everywhere to be found. You just have to find them. And you just have to put them, give them the opportunity. We watched, Claim to Fame was a format that really did this, where it was like, this is someone who's a relative to someone famous. And we got to meet so many people that were in their own right really good and really fun to watch play. So I'm not mad at having Donna be here and give it a shot. And then I'm not mad at Peacock for also getting a little benefit of having some star power there. I think Donna's ready to be her own person outside of her, future daughter-in-law and son's like shadow. Like she can do her own thing and carve her own like fame.
You say that, but like, I want your bet on how long until Taylor Swift gets mentioned in the first episode and how many times per episode that she's there, Taylor Swift is mentioned.
From Donna or from other people?
On the show in general.
Okay, I think Taylor Swift will get mentioned less on the Traitors US season 4 than they did on Survivor 46. That's my personal
Well, that's a very high bar. That's a very high bar. I think Taylor Swift will be mentioned in the first 3 minutes of the show.
Okay, 3 minutes.
Over
That's
or
not
under?
that long. That's not over, under. Not. I mean, I'm taking the over. I'm not taking the under on 3 minutes.
That's a terrible bet for me.
Yeah.
That's a terrible bet. No, you're betting like 10 to 1. Like, now we have to change the odds because I'm taking like a very specific bet. But I really think so. Like, firstly, they're gonna be like, the second they introduce Donna Kelce, they're gonna mention Taylor Swift. So it's just basically how quickly we hear about her.
I'm trying to think how they introduce us to players on the Traitors versus, because like, do we get B-roll in the Traitors? I don't recall.
Isn't it like they're in the car and it's gonna be like, oh, that's Donna Kelce. She's Taylor Swift's mother-in-law. Like, we will hear about Taylor Swift before Alan is speaking to them.
Okay, so before they all get out of the cars and face Alan, you're saying?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's name's going. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I feel very good about it.
I mean, I think obviously Travis's name will come up before Taylor's name will come up, though. Like, that's
I don't know. I don't know. Let me put it to you this way.
Depends who's in the car.
If what? Oh, it depends
on who's in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, is Donna Kelce here if Travis and Taylor have never been in a relationship? Like, no. Sorry.
I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no. I think that it's entirely. I think I think she comes into this being one of the more like, oh my God picks of like, I'm excited picks for a lot of like casual audiences and others. But maybe she would be more of in the Dylan Efron spot last year if they were not in a relationship, where some people are like, oh, you just wait. But then most people are like, really? And then that's where we land.
But Travis Kelce wasn't nearly as famous as Zac Efron, like before the Taylor Swift stuff. And I don't mean to come in here and be the dumb Australian, because as I said, I don't watch the NFL, and it's so annoying to be like, no, you don't understand. He's been a big deal in America and the NFL, and like I didn't know who he was. I feel like I could have imagined Travis Kelce on the Traitors before they were dating. Now he's too famous. But Travis Kelce's mom, if he's not in a relationship with Taylor Swift, like that's the global name recognition that is putting her here. Surely.
I think, but the thing is, football is massive. Like, I'm not saying that football is not, like, here's the thing, right? So I recognize that if not for the fact that I compete in fantasy football annually now, there's going to be a lot of football players who are going to go right over my head. I don't know who that is at all. But now that I know, I'm aware of the significance they have. So I don't know. I still think she would, maybe not on this season. Maybe she'd be on like season 5 or something. But I think that it definitely pushed her up on the, I think, okay. So if there was a list of 1,000 names, I think she was on the list. I think that their relationship moves her up from like, let's say 848 to like 322. You know what I mean? Like, it pushed her up the list, but she was on the list to begin with.
I think that she was never a consideration for them. And that's, coming in as a Swiftie with no NFL knowledge. I would love someone who knows about stuff. Actually knows for both things. Please tell me what you think. But
you are overvaluing the names that have been on this show, though. Like, some of these people have been who's. What was that guy? The Lord Ivar was here, Shannon. Who?
Yeah, fair enough. That is probably it. But I think, it also depends, like, where does their fame go without Travis dating Taylor? Like, New Heights, again, was already successful and may have continued to, ironically, go to new heights. Not to this degree. But if that continues in that trajectory, and obviously, like, the Chiefs have done really well since then, like, she could have scraped in. But I really feel like, I feel like it's that Taylor Swift connection. But, yeah, hard to know. I kind of look at it, and I look at it like Dancing with the Stars, which is not a show I watch, but I'm always kind of like, I don't know, I get a lot of it fed to my algorithm. And I'm like, it's interesting. Like, there's like 3 levels of people in the world. It's like not famous, just a person like us, whatever. Famous enough to be on Dancing with the Stars, and then like too famous to be on Dancing with the Stars. And Traitors is like just like in that little gap that's like kind of the bottom of Dancing with the Stars. I know we have someone actually from Dancing with the Stars, and like the top of normal person. Could Donna Kelce be on Dancing with the Stars? Yeah, that's that level of fame. Is she there without Taylor Swift? No. Anyway, that's just my categorization of famous people.
Well, it's interesting with Dancing with the Stars because I kind of equate that to The Masked Singer also, where you're either getting someone who's like on the come up, or you're getting someone who has already had a very seasoned career and is like, you know, for lack of a better term, sunsetting, like starting to like, you know, retire from the limelight a little bit, and they're getting like another hurrah here, or like they're being brought back for like another hurrah. So it's, I mean,
sunrise or sunset. That's basically it.
Yeah, just about.
But also, in this hybrid level of Traitors fame, slightly crossing over and below Dancing with the Stars, as we know with like Dylan Efron, it can also push you up to Dancing with the Stars level. And I guess the hope from that is you get pushed up to real fame, and that's how the ladder works.
And that is the one-way ticket to having a YouTube series with Boston Rob. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. But I don't know if Donna Kelce will be a traitor. I think that would be pretty funny.
I'd be here for it. And especially when you look at the cast that they've put together here, I think she would be in a very interesting spot to have that be the case. Now, my first question to you is, Shannon, how do you think Donna will take to Rob Cesternino and vice versa?
I mean, if Rob cares about me at all, well, I had one rule: become friends with Donna Kelce. Like, the way that I received the news of Rob being on the Traitors was, oh, Rob, and like that's my connection. And I think he owes a lot of us RHAP Swifties, a relationship with Donna Kelce. Now, I know often like friends, parents don't make parents, friends don't make a wedding in terms of like, is the guest list. But Taylor said she wants a big wedding. And I've already told Rob that if he wants a +1, like I know that Nicole be bothered going? Because I'll make it there. So I think it would behoove Rob and everyone to be nice to Donna Kelce, just again to save themselves from the insanity of the Swifties, and also as a personal favor to me from Rob specifically.
I would hate to be this person. I think Rob did not think about any of us once while he was there.
I told him before, be friends with Donna Kelce.
I think he thought about Nicole, and then that's it. So, yeah, I think here's the thing, right? I think that Rob is a friendly person. I think he is going to recognize that he would want to work with someone like Donna very early on, or at least that's the hope here. Because I think that, you know, when we talk about metagaming, a lot of people do not end up metagaming. They don't. And we know this because, you know, the Survivor Big Brother people have not been punished for their crimes of being a traitor these last 3 seasons. So if I'm Rob and I come in and I see Donna Kelce and I'm like, oh, that, you know, that combination of the NFL and Taylor Swift, like, you know what? That could very well be a traitor candidate. I want to cozy up there a little bit. Like, why not? Why wouldn't I do that? I think for the same reason why I would assume like you would, you know, want to work with some housewives, because you're like, I don't want the housewives against me. If you're anyone that's not a gamer person, you want 1 or 2 gamer friends so that they don't target you. So I could definitely see it going that way. But as far as who would Donna connect with, that is my question mark, because I don't know what kind of people Donna will gravitate towards and how she will feel. Can Donna just walk into a room and talk to anybody in any way? Or is this like a situation where Donna will feel a little bit like a fish out of water? These things I'm not certain about.
Yeah, I was going to make a joke about Donna being Rob's Dina, and I don't want to put her into like the same older woman archetype because I'm pretty sure Dina was like my age. But I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. In terms of her fitting in, I think this is the issue. It's like, yeah, from an age perspective, like it might not matter as much, but from like a pure social perspective, she's such an outlier. You know, you've got like the gamer crew, and then you've got like the housewives, and it's not even like a Dylan Efron, or, you know, who might be able to fit in just from people from, I mean, I guess similar walks of life or more similar demographically. She doesn't have that either. Like, she's an outlier in every way socially. So I do think that is tricky. Like, who here are her friends? Who do you think? Who do you see?
I mean, that's the problem, is I'm not quite sure I can pinpoint it. We did see a still in one of the trailers that one of the promotion material they've dropped, we do see Donna talking to Tiffany Mitchell in the background, which if those two link up, that is a bad recipe for everyone else, because that is a very, very strong duo that could be doing damage in this castle, because Tiffany is one of the most strategy forward people on this cast, in my opinion, but I think is able to really hide it well with just good social maneuvers and just good energy. So if she links up with Donna and they work together, chaos.
Yeah. Well, I'm concerned. Well, not concerned. I think that something that could help her is obviously if it is big global name recognition. And I think it has kind of surpassed groups. You know, like we know Rob, we know the Survivor players, but like most people don't know the Survivor players, the Big Brother players, even the Housewives, like they're very well known in their core fan base. But Donna Kelce has wide name recognition at this point beyond a fan base. And also has the intense like Swiftie connection. So maybe there might be that fear of like targeting her. And like you can, I guess, connect through that. Seems like there's a lot going on. You like NFL, you like Taylor Swift. There might be stuff there. I'm more worried for Donna Kelce than you are. I like the fact that you think they make her a traitor is great. It's great that she's a fan and that she's been watching all of the shows. I'm hoping that she surprises me. I think that's what it is.
I feel like this has been a conversation piece that has come up a lot with this season specifically with Donna, is people's concerns that because of Donna's connection to like Taylor, that people are going to want to not piss her off or vote her out or anything to not face backlash. I genuinely do not think that's going to factor in once.
I guess like the Housewives and the Big Brother people are like, come at me, but they don't know. They don't know that it's like the Swifties are going to make Big Brother look like Survivor. Like, but like, I don't think any of these people care about that. I don't think Rob cares about it, but maybe he should. Like, what's like the worst beef Rob's caught on like Big Brother stuff? Like it could be worse.
I think,
and it will be from me. I'll be leading it. That'll be the worst part. I'll be at the front of the mob with my torch.
I think the thing is that if you let your game get dictated by a worry like that, I think you're and all of these people are not unknown people. I think that they all have projects they're working on. They all have things to do when they leave. Like this isn't unlike like if we were in the Big Brother house and Donna Kelce's there, I am not voting this woman out. I am working with her to the end. I am nominating everybody else before her. But that's because I'm coming in as a regular ass person doing regular ass shit. And I do not want my if I'm trying to like elevate that or get somewhere, I'm not going to piss off this woman. That's not going to happen. But if I am any of these housewives who have other franchises to go back to when they're done, or these Survivor players who have other things they're looking at, I'm not concerned because more eyes are on us, number one. And number two, I just wouldn't think that's going to matter. Like, I think if Taylor's in that castle, it's a different story. I just do not see anybody here sacrificing their game or worrying about that at all. And if they are in the beginning, it'll be gone by night one because there's so much that's going to happen within the game that they're going to focus on.
I mean, Taylor's at a level of fame that's like way higher than the level I just gave of famous people. Taylor like is one of the most famous people on the planet. Right. Imagine her being in the Traitors Castle though. You know, that would be, she was on New Girl once, like, you know, but that was a while ago. But yeah. Do you think that like New Heights will cover it? Like, do you think that it will bring all these other eyes to the show? Because I think that could be the big deal as well.
What do you mean?
Like on New Heights, do you think they'll talk? They'll probably talk about it, right?
Oh, for sure they're going. Yeah, their mom is on TV weekly. Yeah. If they don't bring it up, like we're gonna. Yeah. Lord knows that. Mark my words. There's going to be a lot of podcasts going up weekly. My Traitors recap isn't going to be the only place where Rob being on the Traitors is going to get mentioned. Probably, you know what I mean? Like everyone who is connected, like everyone's going to be talking about it. So. They most likely will talk about it. I think people from that side will watch the Traitors. I think that this is going to be a very, very, very big season for that reason. I think there's going to be a lot of different franchises and realms and worlds and demographics and people tuning in to watch this play out, and I'm very excited for it.
See, that's a good reason to make her a traitor too. Like as you said, like if they're keeping her around, they don't want her to be just like kind of
Number one
auto
reason.
killed.
Yeah,
it's good marketing.
Yeah. That's why I think that this season I could see being, the move away from the regular picks. And I feel like Carolyn last year was a pick that we knew was going to be great, but we never expected them to take the risk on someone like Carolyn. But then I think they love no one's going to suspect her being a traitor. And I think that what's easiest to suspect as a traitor, it's your Survivor Big Brother people. So if they move away from that, no one's going to suspect Donna. I don't think Donna gets suspected early on at all in the event she is a traitor, unless Donna's a bad liar. Then that's a different story altogether. But
or she asks not to be.
If she asks not to be, then I don't see them giving it to her.
Yeah, but she is like a fan, so it feels like she's there to play.
Yeah, I think she knows where the spot. Like, everyone that comes into the castle knows if I'm a traitor, I'm a main character of the season. It's the titular traitor. You want to be in that spot.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't need to be a main. I think she's like kind of there to have fun. Like, yeah, this is a fun experience. But like, if she's a fan, like, why not try? Yeah, I mean, it's a good reason to make her a traitor. But I do think your call that there won't be anyone from CBS is a big call.
It's either so it's one or two.
That's things, a way bigger bet than me saying that Taylor Swift we mentioned before they speak to Alan.
It's a big speculative thing that I've done because either I'm on the money or I'm completely wrong, and the turret's gonna be like Jam, Tiffany Mitchell, and like somebody else. Like that's gonna be the three.
Like Tiffany, a house.
One of them could very well be in the turret, and like I wouldn't be surprised if that does happen. But they're not taking Donna's spot. I think Donna's spot is locked in for me. Johnny could not, maybe not there. The Housewives could not be there. Donna's my one lock guaranteed. I'm willing to like. Not bet serious money, but I put a tenner down. I put a 20 down, maybe.
Okay, well that's a big bet. I feel like
I wouldn't bet my marriage on it.
That would be a crazy thing to do. I'll bet my marriage again. It's easy to make bets that you don't follow through with. I'll bet my marriage about the Taylor Swift thing. I think that. Yeah, I mean, you feel that strongly that you'll be a traitor. It does. The more you really convinced me that it just makes sense. I mean, the hope is one mention from Taylor Swift on Instagram. Like the hope is just like one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like for me, and maybe it's because I've been talking about this cast for as long as I have now, it just makes good marketing sense. And like not to metagame the metagame, but aside from all the thoughts I've had, like I said, promotional material has been coming out. There was like a big Donna Kelce centric one, was one of the first ones that came out during NFL season. So to me, I'm like, you are telling everybody to pull up because she's there. You are not risking her leaving the first 3 episodes unless she gets banished. Like you're just not going to let that happen.
Yeah. No, you've convinced me. I also spent some time thinking about what Taylor Swift songs would be good in Traitors if they could afford the licensing. Vigilante shit would be fun. And I also think My Tears Ricochet sounds like it'd be perfect. It's like a funeral march. Like they could use that while walking into the turret. Those were my 2 options. But
there's
the
no way
Swifties in the comments let me know. Song, right? No, they definitely don't. No. However, I think those would be best. But I'm keen to hear from other Swifties what they think, because Traitors has a very specific musical style.
Yeah.
I mean, if they could, like at the end of it, after like Donna Kelce wins the Traitors, like Taylor Swift comes out and performs. No, they're never gonna get. It's a loose thread, but I think that again, any mention they can get is good. So. They know where their bread is buttered. Well, you've convinced me. I'm not going to take the bet that she won't be the traitor, but I'm yeah. And also, there's also in the Evermore part of the Eras tour, Taylor does have on like the cloak, like a witch's cloak. So that's another. It kind of looks like
traitor. Is that a clue?
Yeah. Well, that's maybe what it was. So
yeah.
All
right. Well. This has been very fun, Shannon. I'm very excited to see if I am right and if you are right on our predictions we've made for premiere night. Basically, will Donna be a traitor and will Taylor Swift get mentioned in the first 3 minutes? We'll find out.
Yeah.
January 8th.
Before Ellen, Shannon, and then in every single episode, the Donna is in at least. Okay, that's my bet.
I don't know about that. I would low-key take that bet that she doesn't come up all that often, like every episode. I don't think that happens.
Yeah, they need a Charlie there. We just need one other Charlie.
Well, to be clear, when you say we, you mean Taylor Swift advocates, because I don't think we need someone who's not in the game to be mentioned every episode.
Yes, and also people taking that bet, me.
Right.
Yeah. I'd love to see the way that they shoehorn it in. Like, that to me is kind of funny.
Well, we'll see if that does happen. Shannon, let the people know where they can find you, what projects you have going on, if they want to check out what you're up to after this.
At Shannon Gates. What do I have going on? Survivor 49 is over. Survivor Global is where I talk about Survivor. Australian Survivor will happen at a point. We'll talk about that, and then I'll stop talking about it because I'm going to have a baby, but the recap bitches will deal with that. I'm doing Gussing Around podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. That's where Peter and I talk about our life. And if you're interested in that, that's where you can find it. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Did I bring anything to this?
Hey, did you have a good time?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. As long as you had a good time and the audience had a good time, then that's all that matters. At the end of the day, for me, the objective of every preview isn't to be as factually accurate about people's histories. It's about garnering hype for that player and then subsequently the season. Because the reality is we're not going to know 100% of everyone well. We're trying to do our best to learn about them and get hyped on them, which is what happened last year, where there were some people that I still left the previews maybe not being sure of, but I left being excited for, because before this, it really was, I know 6 people. I'm excited for those 6 people. And then we'll see how the others are. But it's like having a vested interest in everybody going in. So I think we've fulfilled that today.
Okay. Well, I mean, definitely if she's going to be a traitor, this can be massive. Also, I want to say, I think if Rob thought about anyone, it was probably you.
Well, thank you. I hope he did, at least a little bit. And I hope when he did, I helped. I don't know how, but I hope I helped. If it was like, Pooya wouldn't do this, and then it was a good choice.
You're the Traitors expert. Like, I wish Rob would go on Australian Survivor. That's awesome.
But see, if he doesn't, okay. I don't want to know if he thought about me if he does poorly. You know what I mean? If he does well, he thought about me, and I want to know that. Because I don't want to feel bad that I caused it. So we'll see.
I'm sure you didn't cause it, but I'm sure he was thinking, what would Pooya do a lot?
Oh my God. Well, that's very sweet of you to say. I do appreciate that. Y'all can find me on all socials at Pooyaism, twitch.tv/Pooya. That's where I am when I'm not podcasting. I will be watching these episodes weekly over on my Twitch when they happen. So make sure you pull up, get ready, get hyped as we watch Rob play the Traitors after being away from television for this long. You can also find me talking with Liana weekly over on the Pooya and Liana Lounge. You can catch me talking 90 Day over on the Hot Mess Express. And I'm pulling double duty on the Traitors. So make sure you subscribe to this feed because I will be talking Traitors UK. That's premiering January 1st, about a week before Traitors US. So we'll be talking about that with Annabelle. And if you are listening to this, you know what? I'm hyped, but there's some time before the season. I want to watch some Traitors. Go ahead and watch Traitors Canada Season 3. It just dropped. It's 10 episodes, easy binge. And I've got all the recaps and exit interviews that your heart would desire for that. Thank you so much for listening to this and hanging out with us here today. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new cast member to preview. But until then, y'all take care. Have a good one. Bye.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.